It's the Go Mike Podcast, where the mic is gold, and this is a podcast. I'm your host, Mark Paul, aka Stack Skinny. It's gonna be my new name. I'm trying to roll out the new nickname, Stack Skinny. But for right now, this is Mark Paul, aka Stack Skinny. And today, I got a reaction video. I got another reaction video. But this time, I got a reaction video reacting to a video from a person reacting to a video that I made. I made a video in December, and I guess some guy took offense to it for some odd reason. I don't understand why he took offense to it. Only hit dogs holler, right? But for some reason, he made it his business to make a whole minute-and-a-half video about me where he practically says I'm right, but I'm wrong. And then it's like, how is that so? But let's get into the clip so we can actually know exactly what I said. All right, here's the clip. All right, so it's titled, "Is Cynthia G right about black men?" And I'm going to go ahead and put that somewhere right here, right about now. I don't know. Hopefully I'll remember to put it here. But, so you can check out the video yourself. But it's entitled, "Is Cynthia G right about a lot of black men?" And I got to say that this title is nothing more than clickbait. That's all it is. I don't even think I mentioned Cynthia G once in that video. I just used her name because it's searchable and it's a high search name, and and a lot of people tune into her. I typically made that caption saying, "Is Cynthia G right?" to draw in the hateful black women that listens to Cynthia G, because they're gonna like, what is this guy gonna say? Oh, they all bad. So what are they gonna say? And also I made the clip to draw in those weenie boy Kevin Samuels fans that love Kevin Samuels because I'm saying Cynthia G is right. Obviously, they are the reciprocal of each other. Kevin Samuels is the female Cynthia G, and Cynthia G is the female Kevin Samuels. So I knew if I made a caption like this, it would draw in, more people than I normally get to tune into my videos. And as you see, this video had got, I don't know if you guys can see it, but it has about 1,000 views on that video, and I don't get 1,000 views on any videos. So without further ado, let's get into the video and let's figure out what did I say to make this guy go out his way to make a video about me. Now let's get it.
When will black men ever take accountability for anything? When will black men ever take accountability? I will wait. It seems as if we have a plethora, I don't even know how to say that word, a plethora of black men on YouTube running around talking about relationships, giving their advice or their take on different relationship scenarios, la da 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 da, da 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 da. And it always seems to boil down to black women being the problem.
I don't know if you guys noticed this sector of YouTube. Maybe you have, maybe you not. But there is a sector in YouTube where it seems like it's a fad to just talk about black women and say that they're this and they doing that and they're doing that. But we are not any better. We're not any better. What makes us different from what we're complaining about black women about? What makes us different? But let's continue.
And I just want to know, at what point will black men take accountability for black men, or for anything for that sake? Because it seems like they always just pointing the finger. Oh, black woman. Oh, oh, these women here. Oh, they don't this, they don't that. Well, if you want a type of a woman, then stop looking for that woman in them thoughts. Because that's what niggas do.
Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. So if you say I'm lying about this, you are extremely disingenuous. You're extremely disingenuous because by program, we are going to chase the thoughts. Why is that? Because the thoughts wear least clothing. They garner our attention faster because they half naked or they acting, I guess, acting out in public to make you look at them or whatever. But it's like, let me just continue.
Just look for a good woman in some short ass shorts with half the booty cheeks hanging out, piercings everywhere, colorful hair, and they really think they're gonna come out with a good woman. It's not gonna work that way.
Ever heard the saying, you can't turn a hoe into a housewife? Well, niggas is notorious for trying. And that's really what my point is. Niggas is notorious for trying to turn a hoe into a housewife. And it ain't gonna work like that. A hoe gonna be a hoe, just like a nigga gonna be a nigga. Well, let's continue.
Gonna work that way. I said in my last video, black men has the tendency to ignore average looking black women, completely ignore them, say, oh, there's no good black women out, oh, all the black women are thoughts, oh, all they want to do is be hoes. But no, you niggas are only chasing the hoes.
Alright, tell me where I'm lying here. This is what niggas do. And women do this shit too. Women do the same shit too, but I'm talking about niggas. This is what niggas do. Niggas will slide into DM. They see a bitch half naked on Instagram. They'll slide in the DM. Or they see a bitch half naked walking up the street. They pull the car over or roll the window down and holler at her. Hey, 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 hey. You know what I'm saying? Get to talking to the chick, whatever. You guys hit it off, because you like I've said before, hoes are agreeable, it don't take much to capture a hoe's attention, especially if you got a little bit of something going for yourself. It's not hard. But let's continue.
Niggas are only chasing the black woman that don't have anything going for herself but to get some cash or gain whatever she want to gain.
I.e. all those bitches that are on social media with their OnlyFans link. Pay attention to that. These niggas will slide in the DMs of females with OnlyFans links. But let's go.
And then y'all turn around and y'all want to blame them because a hoe just was a hoe. You can't blame a hoe for being a hoe. If you chase a hoe around, you trying to holler at her, da-da-da-da-da, you know what I'm saying? You break her down, get her to pay attention to you exclusively, da-da-da-da-da. You get to talking to her, ignoring all the red flags, ignoring that she was a thought from the beginning. But
you hear what I said? You get to talking to her, ignore all the red flags, and forget she was a thought from the beginning. You know why this happens? Because hoes are agreeable. Hoes sometimes are cool to hang around. They'll say anything to just keep it going, to keep it nice, because a hoe is looking to get something out of it. So when you're dealing with a hoe, she'll play the part. She'll play the role. You know what I'm saying? Just to ease herself into what she wants. But let's go.
She's talking to you all nice, giving you all of that attention, that you looking for. You think you done got you a good woman, but you got you a hoe. And then months down the line, when the little bullshit relationship is really not even that in the fun stages. It's in the serious stages.
Yeah, it's that point where you get. Let me just paint a scenario. You see like I said, you see her, walking down the street half naked. You pull over and you holler at her. Cool. She seems cool. You know what I'm saying? Not a prostitute, a hoe. That's two different things. She seemed cool. You know what I'm saying? So you get her number, you know what I'm saying? Y'all chop it up, you know what I'm saying? Y'all link up, y'all have a good time together. Y'all have a good time together. You know what I'm saying? Y'all agree on a lot of things, but you forgot that you met her with have her ass hanging out, So, you know what I'm saying? You get to know her, y'all cool. You get to get in the pussy, you get to hitting stuff. Oh yeah, the pussy good, right? The pussy good, right? And that's where a lot of niggas fall short. They get in that pussy and lose their mind. So once they get that pussy, they start getting in their feelings. And once they get in their feelings, they start looking at the bitch like, this is mine. So when they start looking at the bitch like she's theirs, you know what I'm saying? And at heart, the bitch is really a hoe. That's where the clash comes. Because you forgot you hollered at a hoe in the first place. But let's continue.
You turn around and say, oh, these women ain't shit. These black women ain't nothing. These black women don't want to get married. These black women don't want a traditional relationship, but you chasing hoes.
Same with women. Just like we chase hoes, women chase ain't shit dudes. Women will chase a ain't shit nigga because he's more interesting than you. If you was wondering why, it's because he's more interesting in you. It ain't that he's not shit and that he's just, you know what I'm saying, that's just what women want, an ain't shit dude. No, he's more interesting than you. Same with the hoes. The hoes be more interesting to a lot of dudes than, a square chick. But let's continue.
That's why you can't find that. Niggas can't find good black women because we are prone to chase hoes. We're prone to chase hoes. We chase hoes because hoes are agreeable. We don't want to work for nothing. We don't want to work for that respectable girl that, you know what I'm saying, you gotta actually be a decent motherfucker for. No, we don't go for those. We ignore those bitches. Them be the good black women that we say don't exist. Are those average looking black women that wear their natural hair, no makeup, natural face, you know what I'm saying, no weave, probably small titties, flat ass. But we ignore those women, chase the hoes that got everything that every man wants. The big old titties, the big old ass. I don't like weaves, but some guys like for the women to wear their weaves and had a stupid looking eyelashes and the I like false nails, but but the thing is, we have to be aware of what we are chasing. We can't be, the old saying, you can't turn a hoe into a housewife. That is the truest thing that has been floating around for years, because you can't. But niggas continue to try, and then they get burnt, and then they just lash out on all black women, like all black women are like the hoes that we like to chase.
Alright, so that was my video. What did I say wrong in this video that would make somebody create another video and practically say that I'm right but I'm wrong? Like, what did I say in that video so wrong? Nothing. The problem is that in that video, I'm asking for accountability for men. That's what's wrong in that video, in that guy's eyes, I believe. Is that I'm asking for men to be accountable for their actions. I know you heard the YouTube saying that has developed over the course of a couple of years. We need to hold these black women accountable. We need to hold these black women accountable. Meanwhile, you got all these niggas out here trying to be females. Got these niggas out here wearing dresses. Got these niggas out here acting like bitches. But we need to hold these women accountable. I believe a lot of black men who says that. A lot of black men that say we need to hold these women accountable are not holding themselves accountable for the actions that they choose to take. If you think that another man on YouTube is needed to hold these women accountable, then you was out of pocket in your from the jump from your last few relationships. Because in my eyes, I don't believe that another person should be holding women accountable. No. And that's not to say women should not be held accountable. I'm saying you niggas need to hold these women accountable in the moment. And that's where I say you need to check the shit in the moment, nip it in the butt to prevent you from being butt hurt like a lot of you niggas is. A lot of you niggas are butt hurt at black women because you either hate your mama, don't like your mama, had problems with your mama, hate your ex, don't like your ex, or had problems with your ex beyond just, you probably was scarred by your ex. And now, since you've had those experiences, y'all want to lash out at all black women. And that ain't right. That ain't right for black women to do that. Black women do that to black men. They'll take a situation that happened to them and they'll say, black men did this, black men did that. And that's wrong. That's not how you do that. You got to take shit from a case-by-case basis. You got to spoon-feed every situation and handle it accordingly. You can't handle every situation the same. So when I hear these niggas talking about, oh yeah, we needed somebody to hold these women accountable. Nah, you was out of pocket because you didn't hold your bitch accountable in the moment. But let's get to the response video to that video from a guy named King Petty TV. So let me go ahead and pull it up. King Petty TV. I don't know what to say about the guy. I don't know what the guy looks like. He makes these voiceover videos where he's not even showing himself. As kind of cowardly that he's not showing himself, but he want to talk crap about people. But that's here nor there. But this guy, King Petty TV, made it his business. He made it his business to go out his way to make a response video responding to the video that I just showed you guys. Now let's get into this guy's video. Let's see if it makes any sense for him to even make this video about me. But let's go.
What's good, YouTube? Back on the...
All right, now with that intro, that'll let you know where this guy head at. He comes in with the GameCube intro, so that lets you know where his head at. Who thought about GameCube since the GameCube came out? But let's get into the Goofy's video.
This gonna be about a guy named Gold Mike Media, I think that's his name. But he was correct in that video where...
You heard him? He say he was correct in that video where... You heard him loud as day. We just listened to my video. I didn't say nothing incorrect. I said everything that was on point, that has happened, and this is what actually happened. I'm not saying that this is everybody's situation, but what I talked about in that video actually happens. That type of stuff happens. And you heard this guy come out and say, I was right. But let's continue.
Well, I wouldn't say correct. He made sense in the video. It says, is Cynthia G right about a lot of black men?
So He says that I was correct, and double backs and says, no, I wouldn't say correct. He made sense. Why did my video make sense to you but not be correct? But let's continue.
Where he coming from, but I think he's wrong. See,
he knows where I'm coming from, but he thinks I'm wrong. So let's try to find out what this guy really think I'm wrong about. Let's go.
not the ones that's really chasing women that look good, that wear certain things. It's women the ones that's chasing men who ain't shit. Like he was.
Did he really just say that? This fool really said that it's not men chasing women, it's the women chasing men. Now let's unpack that. Throughout time, how has this happened? The man will see a female, approach that female, you know what I'm saying, try to spit the most game that he ever spit to her. Spit all that game to her, yeah, and you guys hook up, you know what I'm saying? Kind of lost my train of thought, so let's continue.
Basically, they do that. Everything he said was the opposite. I think it goes for the opposite sex.
I remember he said women is the women chasing men, but through time we has always chased the women. I don't see how he's gonna try to reverse that and make it seem like that it's the women who's chasing the men when that is totally false. That is totally false. Yeah, there's women out there that are man eaters and they will go for what they want. You know what I'm saying? They will go for what they want. But from a majority standpoint, men are the ones that's chasing the women. And that is undeniable. But let me rewind it a little bit because I did lose my train of thought previously when I started going, but I reeled it back. So let's just kind of rewind his video a little bit and let's come, and then we'll get to this point again.
He made sense in the video. It says, "Is Cynthia G right about a lot of black men?" I see where he's coming from, but I think he's wrong. See, men is not the ones that's really chasing women that look good, that wear certain things. It's women.
He don't even sound sure about what he's saying. He's one of these guys that probably falls short of pussy every year. You know what I'm saying? His body count probably get pussy once or twice a year, maybe. But let's go.
Ones that's chasing men who ain't shit. Like he was saying, basically they do that. Everything he said was the opposite. I think it goes for the opposite sex. Men is only with women that look good just for fun. They don't want nothing more. Women want something. Everything that he said.
Bro, what are you talking about, bruh? What are you talking about? That is not the point of the video. That was not the point of the video. See, this guy, he's just trying to find something to disagree with just because I'm going against what he believes. So he's trying to find any angle to try to say, nah, that ain't, but he don't have a real angle. He went clear off subject. I'm going to rewind it a little bit so you can hear it again. He goes clean off subject from what my video says.
That wear certain things. It's women the ones that's chasing men who ain't shit. Like he was saying, basically they do that. Everything he said was the opposite. I think it goes for the opposite sex. Men is only with women that look good just for fun. They don't want nothing more. Women want something.
When men want females to look good for fun and women want something. That is not even remotely the point of my video. The point of my video is to point out that niggas is sitting up here complaining about the bitches that they fuck with. But they not even noticing that it starts with who they trying to fuck with. That's where it starts. The type of female that you tried to fuck with. You can't fuck with a garbage female and then she break your heart, rightfully so, which she's supposed to do because, she ain't no good. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that, then lash out at every black woman, because that's not the case. And if you've been in this situation multiple times, you got to ask yourself, why am I landing myself in these types of situations? Not everybody goes through these types of situations. Like, I look at these guys who complaining about females on YouTube so much. I look at them as super lame brain type individuals. Lame brain type individuals who possibly let females run over them their whole life and has had it. They has had it. They like, no more. I'm gonna stand up to these bitches. And these bitches are gonna respect me. They're going to bow down. They're going to submit to me because I'm fed up with how I was treated in the past. You hoes ain't shit. But I continue to chase hoes, and that's the problem. That's the problem right there. You niggas, like I said in the video, you niggas will chase hoes trying to get a good female about it at. And that ain't how it's gonna happen. Get up in that pussy and that pussy be so good that you forget about all that bullshit, right? Or you probably didn't even notice the bullshit in the first place. You was just excited that a female was paying a little attention to your ass, right? But let's continue.
Everything that he said it makes sense, but I don't think it goes with his narrative. I don't think it happens as.
Wait, what is my narrative? What is my narrative? My narrative is to be totally real. I'm not trying to push a certain narrative. I'm talking about what the fuck I see. You know what I'm saying? Just through my 30-something years of living, I'm talking about what I see through other people's relationships, through my relationships and stuff like that. I'm talking about what I see. This guy obviously don't have much experience. You can tell in the way he's talking, he's not even sure. He's just trying to disagree no matter how he can, and he don't even really have no real basis for his disagreement, but he wants to disagree because I am not supporting what he wants to hear, and that's a problem. You niggas is scared to being real. Keep it fucking real. It's our fault. If we land ourselves in a situation with a female that ain't shit, that is our fault. Because 9 times out of 10, we ignored that red flag. We ignored the second red flag. We ignored the third red flag. But by the 4th red flag, that's when we get fed up with the bullshit and want to just, you know what I'm saying, go hard. When you should have nipped the shit in the butt in the beginning. Sugar Free says, 9 out of 10 men don't check their spouse. Sugar Free's a pimp. Not saying that's 100% correct, but I'm going to say the majority of dudes don't check their spouse. You know what I'm saying? They get ran over, let the bitch do whatever they want to them, and once they fed up, that's when they lash out. When no, you should have nipped that shit in the butt to make her know that you ain't supposed to be dealing with you like that. But you niggas ain't built like that. But let's go ahead.
Community. I think the dude, the way he talk, he sound like a simp. He just wants some coochie, you know.
Sound like a simp. I just want some pussy. What is a simp? What is a simp? I'll tell you what a simp is, and it's in the root word, simple. A simp is a simple-minded person. A simp is a very gullible person. You can get over on that person easily. What in my video showed that I was a simple person? Why? Because I'm saying something that seems like it's in support of a woman, that automatically makes me a simp, because I've noticed that on YouTube as well. Anytime you say something in support of a woman, or you agree with a woman's side of anything, you're automatically a simp. Or you're automatically a beta male or something. And that ain't cool. That ain't cool. When people use words like you're a simp or you're a beta male because you said something that is in support of what a woman says or does, then you are part of the problem, my guy. It is you. You are the issue. Because that's not simping. That's not being a beta male. You know, that's being real. If I'm noticing something and I speak on it, even if it makes guys look crazy, I'm still keeping it real. What about that makes me a simp? But let's go.
That's what it sounds like. But the stuff that he said, once again, is the opposite. Black men is not the ones that using excuses. Black women is not just black women. Women in general is the only ones. They have.
He say black men are not the one using excuses. Are you serious? The whole manosphere sector of YouTube are full of men. Full of men? Who does that? So what are you talking about? There's a black sector of YouTube that is full of men. Who does that nonsense? But let's go.
Problem with one man, like I mentioned, they don't know about wording because they say all right men is bad, but they have issues with one dude. But it is what it is. Like, comment, subscribe.
Alright, so you heard the video. The fool really just wanted to disagree with me. He didn't have no basis on why he wanted to disagree with me. He just says what I said only goes for the opposite sex. But it actually goes for both sex. But in this particular video, I'm talking about dudes. I'm not talking about females, and that's what he have a problem with. A lot of these niggas got a problem with accountability, but they want to hold these women accountable. I want to hold these women accountable, but you niggas ain't accountable for your actions. You niggas ain't accountable for your relationship. You niggas ain't accountable for why you are the at the bottom of your relationship, and your girl is running you, right? But we need to hold these women accountable. Yes, hold these women accountable, but do it on a case-by-case basis and do it in the moment. Don't sit up here and wait for somebody on YouTube in a shiny suit to just sit on his chair and just point out everything women are doing wrong. Oh, you're doing this wrong. Oh, you're fat. What, how tall are you? How much you weigh? How old? Like, no, that ain't where it's at. That's not accountability. If there's channels out there that men own, there's guy channels out there whose total narrative of their channel is to point out where black women are doing wrong, then they are not even worried about themselves. You heard the saying, don't point. When you point your finger, you got 3 other fingers pointing back at you. And that's what's happening. These niggas is making their business. And it ain't just the shiny suit guy. There's a lot of YouTubers out there, the whole manosphere, whose whole thing is to point the finger at the black women. Mediocre tutorials. He's one of them. He is a lame brain dude that I'm 100% sure got ran over by females, and now he mad because his whole YouTube channel, just by the captions, you can just go read all the captions and it just screams anti-woman. Just like the shiny suit guy. You go look at all of his thumbnails and caption, the majority of them, because I know how you people is. Y'all like to try to defend the guy at all costs, even if he's wrong, you know. But if you look at the titles of his video, the thumbnails, you would assume that this guy is anti-woman, you know. But you niggas ain't real enough to even fucking admit to that. You niggas ain't real enough to admit to that. Just because a person is speaking to how you feel, don't make them right. If a person is exploiting a certain idea about a certain group of people, then you're not right. I'm going to pull up this other video. I wasn't planning to pull this video up, but let me pull this video up real quick. And this video made 100% sense for these dudes that's on YouTube right now
I'm not sure how much you've heard of it or experienced.
And these guys just, they make it their business to just try to just, I don't know. It just seems like all they do is complain about women. It's not like they are trying to look for a valuable solution to the issues that they're going through with women. It just seems like this is a big old complaint party. So I'm gonna pull this video up. Boom. And this video is from the podcast of Roommates, where the host was talking to Jordan Peterson. So let's play this little clip. And that's how I'm going to end the video. Just remember, you dudes that are sitting up on YouTube that are making all of this anti-woman content, you guys look sus to me. That's not manly. In no way, shape, or form, it's manly. So let's just get into the video because, like I said, it goes with what I'm saying, But let's get into it.
I'm not sure how much you've heard of it or experienced it. They've been sharing that, that they feel as though the average woman has no desire for the average male, and that because of things like social media, online dating, things along those lines, as well as just some of the female empowerment where a lot of women have
you hear that, like you see how he threw in the female empowerment. Like, what's wrong with female empowerment? You know what I'm saying? You niggas want to be women anyway, so why can't you empower them? But let's go.
Say an elevated sense of self that now they feel like they're above a lot of these average males, which also contributes to a disparity between young adults being able to connect and form meaningful relationships.
Yeah, well, man,
you hear that? You hear that? Like, and this is another conversation. This is, that these dudes, they just feel like that just because they went and got an education, a really good job, they think that females are automatically supposed to want them, and that's not the case. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have no personality, if you are not interesting as a person, do not expect for any female to want to fuck with you, bruh. If you are bland and boring, don't expect for a female to fuck with you, bruh. They are not going to want to fuck with you because you are boring. Just because you got these accomplishments, like you got a master's degree in such and such and such and such, or you got this job, you're making $500,000 a year, to a real bitch, that don't mean shit. To a bitch that's really out there for you, that $500,000 don't mean shit. And a lot of these dudes, they get to making all this money, and they find themselves still having dry dick, and they start having a problem with that. And I don't understand why. Like, why just because you are dry dick, you gotta have a problem when, say, there's something wrong with women, or they don't want to be with us because, they making money, and that is so bogus. A lot of these niggas forgot that us men are supposed to be the leader in the relationship. A lot of you niggas forgot that we are supposed to be the leader. So if you're saying that all of these women are out of pocket, that they're wrong, what you got to say for accountability for us? We allowed that, right? Because we're the leader, right? They supposed to bow down to us, right? They're supposed to submit to us, right? But what is you giving that bitch to submit to? What are you giving that bitch to submit to? Nothing. You just want a bitch to listen to everything you say, do everything you say, do, right? That's not submissive, homie. But let's continue.
Women are more picky in their mate choices than men, especially sexually. That's the case in every culture. It's not surprising because women have more at stake sexually than men do, per episode, because men don't get pregnant, obviously. And so that female pickiness that's the case. That's definitely true. Whether it's worse now or not, I doubt if it is.
This is really the part that I wanted to play, but I forgot I had all this other stuff in the beginning. This part that's coming up, this is the part that's really relevant to what I'm really trying to say.
I would say to young men who are irritated at women is, if you're irritated at women, you know, as a class of creature,
I.e., these bitches ain't shit. Niggas like that. These women need to be held accountable. These women are out of control. When you are angry at women as a whole, this is what he's talking about.
there's something wrong with you.
There's something wrong.
They're right. You're wrong. They're right to not pick you. If they're not picking you, it's because they're right.
Wow.
Now, that might get... no.
See, the guy didn't even expect that. He thought that he was going to get a message that from Jordan. He thought that he was going to get Jordan to say something in support of these guys that are complaining about women, when he actually looks at these dudes like kind of like how I do. And I see a dudes on YouTube just continuously complaining about women. I automatically think something's wrong with this dude, and they're either angry at women, frustrated, or something's going on, but it's because they didn't get what they want out of whatever relationship they had, and they are pissed. You know what I'm saying? When I see channels like that, I automatically know that, yeah, something happened. Yeah, you're just lashing out at all black women, when in actuality you probably ignored the one that was really for you. You know, the one that didn't have as much booty, she didn't have as much titty, she wasn't as pretty. You know what I'm saying? Her hair wasn't all tied to weaves and stuff. She wore her natural hair, but you didn't look at her. You paid no attention to that bitch. You left her out to go talk to those white women, you know, white men. That's what you did, you know, and you focus your attention on the extra makeup, the big ass booty, the big ass titty. You know what I'm saying? That's cool and all. That's the type of shit dudes like. But like they say, never trust a big butt and a smile, right? So I'm gonna end it like that. It's the Gold Mike Podcast, where the mic is golden. This is a podcast. I am your host, Mark Paul, a.k.a. Stack Skinny, and I'm out.